If you guys haven't been following the 8 passengers situation, it's just taken an incredibly weird turn, as we have had body cam footage released of when Kevin Franke, the dad of the 8 passengers, was revealed to ask if he could get his daughter arrested for going into the house and take back her belongings. It sounds weird because it most definitely is.
There you go. Is it all there?
Yes. Yeah, explain to me again why this was not robbery.
Explain to me again why this is not a robbery. If you aren't aware, what has happened in this case is one of the most deeply saddening things I've ever seen on YouTube. Ruby Franke and Kevin Franke are the parents of 6 children, and they run a YouTube channel where they did harsh parenting techniques. And then what has happened over the last month is 2 of the kids were found duct taped and starved. And one of them had to escape the home to get help so they could be free of the situation that they had been put under. Now, Kevin Franke, who we see in this video, has not been around the kids for over a year and a half now. He hasn't been in the house for over a year and a half. What happened is when the kids were released from the imprisonment they'd been put over by the mother and her partner in crime, Jodi Hildebrandt, the other person who is running a Mormon connections therapy group with Ruby Franke, where they would teach parents how to parent their kids, which, yes, is deeply worrying if you think about the current situation that we're in. The police get a warrant, go to the Franke household, smash the door in, and then they tell the kids to pick up a bunch of stuff that they might need, essentials, etc., and then go to the police station. Then what happens is Kevin Franke, who we see here, goes home after, I think, receiving a phone call from his wife about what has happened. And he goes home and he sees the door has been smashed off his hinges. And the first thing he does is he calls the police himself. And he instantly says that it's his daughter, who's about 20 years old, and claims that she has broken in and stolen stuff. That is the conclusion he comes to instantly. Without thinking, he just believes that his daughter has smashed through the family home and stolen from him. He's not aware of the fact that the police have obviously got a warrant, gone to the household, broken the door in. He genuinely believes that his daughter is so evil that she would be capable of taking the door off the hinges. What? Like she's the Hulk. It clearly shows that these parents have a very warped idea of what their Mormon children are capable of. They think that they have like the power of the devil in them. This isn't paranormal activity, by the way. They're not possessed. They don't gain like ungodly powers where they can like rip doors off hinges, you madman. And then the reason why it's not a robbery is because Shari Franke actually, as we see in this footage, gives the police the stuff they give back to him. And I don't know about you, but it's not really a robbery if they give everything back. Now, if you haven't seen, Kevin Franke's lawyer has been going around and doing loads of interviews on YouTube where he's been trying to say that the dad is innocent.
Says that Kevin and Ruby have been living separately for the last 13 months, and that Kevin's main objective right now is to follow the court's lead and do what's best for his children.
So as you hear there from the news reporter before we get into the actual interview, he says he's going to do what's best for the children. But now we have this leaked footage where he is hell-bent on getting his daughter arrested. That doesn't add up to me. That doesn't seem like this guy's innocent. This doesn't seem like he wants to do what's best for the kids. He's already trying to get one of them arrested.
He's a good person. He's very gentle. He's a very gentle guy. And no one's ever made any allegations that he's ever physically abused those kids or anyone else.
His lawyer telling ABC News that Kevin's main objective is the safety of his kids.
He just wants to do what's best for his kids, get them back, get them under his tutelage and his fathership, and protect them.
Yeah, that sounds like complete and utter lies to me. Because unfortunately, your client, Mr. Lawyer Man, has now had leaked footage of him trying to get one of his children arrested. So that doesn't really add up to me. I think it's quite clear that both the parents were equally involved. Now, I think Ruby went off with this Jodi Hildebrandt character and became a new level of evil. But it doesn't discount the fact that what they were already doing was abusive towards the children. Obviously, the 2 kids who were locked up, had their hands duct taped together and were starved. They got it so much worse which is unfortunate, but it doesn't discredit the fact that the other kids, the ones who went to college like Shari, aren't under some form of weird rule from their family that is abusive, because their dad is trying to get one of them arrested for going into the house after legally being told they could with police and a warrant and picking up an iPad, because he was worried about what they'd find in the documents that he'd left behind 13 months previously. This whole story gets sadder and sadder and crazier, and I think it would be a massive failing, which it already is by the way, by CPS who've been involved, who have been to the house up to 8 times and didn't see anything wrong with what was going on there. It'd be a huge failure if Kevin Franke gets away with this. Gets away with trying to get one of his kids arrested and then parading around a media circus. He's something of a good guy who just cares about his children. Because for me, frankly, it's a lie, it's a bullshit, and I don't want to see it happen. I don't want to see him get away with it. I don't want to see him discredited because it's easy to villainize Ruby. I mean, she's crazy. She looks crazy. Kevin's quiet. He's in the background. But just because he was quiet, he didn't stop this from happening. He was there. He could have done something about it. He didn't. He was equally playing a part. He was there when they sent Chad to the wilderness camp. He was there when they didn't pack lunches. He didn't do anything to stop that when the kids weren't being fed. He was a part of it. It makes my blood boil seeing this media circus where it's like, oh, you know, I don't know if Kevin's really that involved. And I got loads of comments being like, I think Kevin's all right. I think Kevin will be okay. We have leaked body cam footage of him trying to get his child sent to prison for robbery when she gave the stuff back, and he's still going on about it, even though he's got the stuff back, even though he knows the police were there, even though he knows that they had a warrant. He still wants to get them arrested. He still wants to press charges, and then wait until you see what he says further on in the clip.
It's a civil issue. It's, you guys are family. She's been in the house before. You haven't been in the house in a year. She had interest in the items. She didn't take them with the intention to deprive you of them. So theft, that's the theft code. We have to prove intent to deprive you of the items. And that wasn't her intent in having them. So the detective sergeant said that we're not going to charge her for anything.
What did you mean more research than that? Do you not know what theft is? Theft is stealing something from you. She was told she could take stuff from the house. You haven't been there for a year. She just took stuff that was relative to them, stuff that they might potentially want, I guess. Took stuff out of the house after the door's been busted. You probably take a lot of stuff. And then she gave it back. It wasn't like she said to the police, no, you can't give them back to him. Don't give them to our dad. She went, oh yeah, here you go. Probably nonchalantly. I doubt she even really put up a fight. So what are you on about, man?
Do that. If you want to follow up with her, text yourself.
Yeah, he'll be here on Tuesday. His name's Sergeant McCoy.
This isn't a man talking about his kids. Nobody talks about their kids like this, right? Like, this sounds like a guy who's talking about a guy who's stolen his bike or something. This doesn't sound like somebody whose kids have been found to be abused, by the way, by the mother, right? He has found out on this day that the kids have been abused by the mum, starved, haven't eaten, and he sat there going, can we get one of them arrested? Can we get Shari arrested, please? That would be great. That's what I want to do right now. That's my priority. Does this seem like a man who cares? He doesn't seem shaken up, worried about what's happened to his children, going, oh God, Shari, oh, I should check to see if they're all okay. Maybe everything's... No, he is on the Ruby Franke defense team. He's on the, we've done nothing wrong. Time to get the kids, man. Get the kids. It's the kids who are the ones in trouble. It's the kids who are the one who we need to get. They have done something wrong. It's mental. It's insanity. This is just crazy behaviour. I cannot believe, genuinely, that he stood there, the way he is, with the facial expression he has, finding out what's happened to 2 of his children, cold. He's like reptilian cold. Like, there is ice in this man's veins. He does not care what's happening. And then he's spending more time trying to make life hell, get one of his other kids done with a criminal record over something you could speak to him about, a family dispute. And you're not going to speak to your child first? Just going to try and get them arrested, are you? Scumbag. He's a fucking horrible man. Like a really horrible man. I'm sorry, this case is like soul draining, and these videos are draining, and I really want to start making stuff on this channel that's a bit more fun, you know, like laughing at TikToks and stuff. But I just feel like this maybe going under the radar would be such a huge issue, would be such a problem. And I don't understand. I feel like everybody's focused on Ruby, and, you know, she's already been got. She's going down. She's going to prison for a long time, years and years and years and years. This man is standing in the parking lot going, how can I sue my kids? How can I get my kids arrested? How can I... And he might end up with the custody of the rest of them. And that would be a failure. a horrific one. I'm going to keep on covering this case. I'm going to keep on uploading as many videos as possible. Hopefully, you know, the tone will be different in a few of the next ones and we can have some more fun. That'd be greatly enjoyable. Not with this case, though. This case is just sad and depressing and constantly makes you lose your faith in humanity. That's all I can really say about these people. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you appreciate it. Boost the video. Let more people get to see it. So I greatly appreciate that. And comments, obviously. So thank you. I'll try to reply to as many as I possibly can and go through and read them. Thank you for the constant support on this channel. It does mean a hell of a lot to me. So thank you very much. We're coming up to 400,000 subscribers, which is insane. So that would be a crazy milestone, and I can't believe we're so close to that. So thank you very much. I will see you guys in a new video in the next couple of days, or maybe tomorrow. We're trying to post every day now that I've moved out. So let's see if we can keep on going. And yeah, that's it from me. Shari Franke is a scumbag. Bye.